Morning everyone. I'm a bit hot and sweaty because I've been doing a lot of stuff, but I thought I'd give everyone an update on what's going on around here. Update on the S13, on the Falcon. I bought a couple of WRXs, see if I can tie it into this video somehow. Bought them as non-runners, 2 of them as a pair. Had to clean the fuel tanks out, do the fuel pumps. One ran really good, and it was actually the rougher one. And then by the time I got to the second one, which is the cleaner one, I'm having a mobilizer issues, so I'm still tackling them. I'll put in a quick clip of me cleaning out the tanks and stuff like that, just to get an idea of it. Well, I'm just gonna dive straight into it. I bought 2 Subaru GC8s. Let's have a look at them. I'm not too sure where to start because I'm not too sure what I'm actually doing, but it's currently in the air. The fuel tank is out of it. Well, this one, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to finish. I don't know what this video is. I don't know what I'm doing with these cars. Were they a good price? Yes. Should I have bought them? Debatable. We'll start with this silver one. This silver one's probably the better out of the 2. I'll shut the bonnet. But as you can see, nice tidy engine bay. I think the last time it was registered was 2023. The interior, pretty tidy. Got a genuine Nardi on it. Back seat's pretty good as well. Paint's a bit dull, but I don't know what to tell you. Let's go have a look at the other one, I guess. This one's a little bit more in worse condition. I like how they both still got the factory WRX wheels on it though. I do like that. This one had factory leather, which has aged terribly. There's a bit of a musky smell in here. I don't know if it's because the sunroof leaks, because these don't come out with sunroofs, do they? So it's aftermarket maybe. And then Momo steering wheel. It's a Subaru. I don't know. They're pretty boring, aren't they? They're all kind of the same. So basically, the plan was I was looking for a daily. And I like Subarus. I think they're pretty tidy little cars. And I was going to buy a Hawkeye wagon that had like a turbo on it, tuned up. It's like 200 kilowatts. Looks kind of tidy. And then these 2 came up together. So basically the story is they've both been sitting for a very long time. The red one a very long time. The silver one not so much as long. It was like 2023 was the silver one. 2016 was the red one. So both the fuel tanks are just trashed. So I've already pulled the silver one out and it's over here. So I've already put like a full 5 litres of evapor rust in it. I let that sit for a couple of days and then I dropped that and I started with this KBS kit, which basically is supposed to clean the tank, prep the tank, and then you can re-coat it with like a sealer. So as you can see, it's still pretty dirty even though I've already cleaned it. Kind of see, so I don't know. 2 GC8s, which I thought was really cool, but I'm not too sure what I'm doing with them. I guess I'll put the tanks in, start them up, take them for a drive, and it can be a short video, but a bit of an update of what I've been up to. There are good things coming with the drift cars. A couple of sponsors that have come on board, which is really cool. So I'm going to be pretty excited to announce what we're doing with those things. I don't know, I'm a bit fried, I'm a bit frazzled. I've got a lot going on, bidon.com. I bought 2 Subarus that are stuffed, and now I've got to fix them. I should probably add, I didn't even say it. They both run. So basically they were advertised as non-runners, but once upon a time they ran. I got there and I put aero start straight down the intake. They fired straight up. Both of them ran nice on aero start. So, I mean, the guy listed them as needed the fuel tanks cleaned. I've pulled one tank out. That is definitely the case. And the other one's been sitting longer. So it's probably most definitely the case for the other one as well. So clean these tanks. I don't know if I'm going to sell them, keep one. I wanted to keep one, but now I want to invest a lot of time into the drift cars. So I know I keep doing this big circle of projects, but the drift cars miss out, and I really need to stop doing that. So let's get into it. Now, while that tank fills up, I'll read the next steps. I've already done the dilute with aqua clean. Let soak, empty tank, pour undiluted rust blast into tank. Copy. Rotate tank, 20 minutes. Now, it's the force dry part. Someone's told me a trick because I don't have a heat gun here. It's at the workshop. Someone said to me about a trick, and we'll see how that plays out. Basically, it's get the exhaust of your car and you put the fuel tank in and it heats it up and dries it out. But don't want to get it all oily and sooty because that's diesel. I guess not, because that's got DPFs and stuff like that. And that's the only petrol car I got here. The other car, that Mazda's not mine. And someone's got the keys to it. I was to use that. And then the only car that fucking runs is a Tesla. So we can't use that. We have to figure it out. So I've come up with a little contraption to force dry the tank. So we can join her on a 90 into the tank, see how she goes. I'm quite bored of this and I just want to go drifting. And you got to remember here, diesel's $3 a litre right now and I'm doing this. This is not worth it. This is not, it might be worth it, but I'll go drifting. Hello, I am under the water. Here's one I prepared earlier. I'll show you what I mean. Put this down. Don't worry about that. We'll get that to that in a second. Yeah. So basically I finished cleaning and sealing the fuel tank that I was showing you. And once that was done, I had a thought. I went down to Ample Auto. They do Subarus and WRXs and that all the time. And I was like, oh, how much would it cost just for you guys to pull this tank out, put this fresh one in, fuel pump as well? And they're like, oh, a couple of hours. So basically it was a price I couldn't say no to. So I got them to get this one running instead. And it's actually a really good runner. Like, there's a power steering wine, which I'm hoping I can fill up with some fluid and it will go away, but, oh, yeah. And then it actually runs really well and drives really well. And it's pretty quick, but I want to get rid of these things so I can go drifting. So the silver one's still in pieces, this red one's still going, so I'm going to incorporate this clip into the video at some point. I'm an idiot, basically. I got halfway through the other one and then got someone else to finish the red one. So I've still got to finish the silver one, but now I've got to redo the second tank out of the red one, if that makes sense. You follow my train of thought. So let's fill this up with power steering fluid, coolant, oil's already been done, take it for a rip. Alright, maiden voyage of a car that hasn't been registered since 2017. Gotta have the sunny on tilt, bruh. Oh, which way is it? Always. See how she goes. Oh, yeah, she boosts. Drives alright. Well, I may as well test her out on some home ground, eh? Whoa. Yeah, not bad. At all. Pulls nicely. So the first drive of the Subaru went well. My only note is I can smell oil. There must be an oil leak. I think that's a standard Subaru procedure though. Like that's kind of like the full Subaru experience. Everything is kind of rattly. Like I think door trims are rattly. Like little bits and pieces are rattling around. But basically. Not bad for an impulse buy. I don't want it. So I guess a rinse and repeat for the next one. Sorry, these are boring videos. There's not a lot to do with these cars. I kind of spontaneously bought them and I don't want them anymore, I don't think. I just want to drift. Sounds good though. Alright, so this is the second take and you can see all the junk that was in there. Like that's the evapor rust, the CRC evapor rust. And it goes in pretty clear and you can see it's just collected so much shit. So I started with 5 litres of that and then I moved on to the clean, Aqua Clean, and then the the rest of it. So I think I run it through on the first tank. This is the second tank, and this is now going to go into that car. Yeah. So I just spent a couple minutes swishing it around, and I can actually see it's cleaned it up already after like 5 minutes. So I'm going to leave this one overnight, and I'm just going to keep coming out here every now and then and swishing it around and turning it upside down and stuff like that. But you saw how pretty clear it went in. I don't know if you did or not. The water's already dirty, so this stuff is pretty good. And then the sealer that you use, I'll show you, seals it up so good. It just looks like a brand new tank on the inside. So I've basically just left this one running because I had a lot of stuff to burn off. Like there was a lot of crap built up over, what was it, 9 years of sitting. So it just started burning a lot of it off, and it's come good now. Like it was just burning crap off the exhaust and stuff like that, but yeah. Oh, I haven't seen one of these in a hot minute. Some people probably won't even know what this is. Yeah, direct iPod, it would say it on here somewhere, surely. Where is it? Ah, it doesn't say it. iPod connectivity. Nice. Actually, I have noticed one cool thing with this car. When you get out, see how the sunroof is tilted? So I turn the car off, I get out, I shut the door, sunroof goes down by itself. Which is annoying because if you want to hard park it with the sunny on tent tilt, you can't. So that is annoying. That's not a good thing. Bad sunroof. As much as I thought that was a good idea, I'm already bored of them and I've barely even got to drive them. So I just want to get back to drifting. So we'll start with the S13 because it's behind me. I don't think much has changed since the last little update, so I'll be quick about it. Basically, we're chasing wiring gremlins, so we're thinking about ditching this whole situation, doing something else. I'm not too sure what's going on. I think it's partly to do with lots of the body loom kind of stuff because I'm still trying to use the factory key and we're still trying to power stuff via the factory body loom and stuff. So we're going to ditch that whole situation and we're going to get stuck into this relatively quickly. Another kind of project we've been getting going is we're putting a hoist in. So we've had to reinforce the concrete and basically we've been tied up, busy with that. We're trying to set up the shed so we can actually start working on all this stuff, start to put a lot of hours into them. But obviously we have to do a lot of R&D in the background before we can get stuck into all these projects. All right, and a bit of an update on this abandoned looking Falcon. As you can see, she has seen better days. We took it to round 2 night practice, got a little bit carried away there. We did make some changes on the front end, which actually really helped. I put on, I think it's a 25 mil spacer, 25 or 30 mil spacer, I can't remember off the top of my head. And I put radials on the front and it changed the car. It drove so much better. It was so much more predictable. The front end was looser, which was a good thing. It was a really fun car to drive. But halfway through the night, my thrust bearing started, well, it was always making a lot of noise, but halfway through the night it gave up. So I couldn't actually shift through my gears. So what I had to do was start it in gear and slowly work my way through the gears, and I kept it in third. And then by the end of the night, there was a wall ride competition. And unfortunately, because I had those gear issues, I couldn't shift from second to third on the run up. I had to keep it in third. I didn't have enough speed and I still tried to go for the bowl, and unfortunately I hit the wall. We have assessed it a little bit. Bent lower control arm for sure. Might need a new tail light. Mind you, this wasn't just a one hit thing. I was hitting the wall all night and then there was one final blow that kind of ended the night. I don't think I have any videos of that. The annoying thing is, I had everything set up to get lots of footage for the night. Had a GoPro on the roof, but in the very first session, I lost that GoPro off the roof, and that was it. So I've only got in-car footage. I really did try and do outside. I think I'm just gonna have to buy a bunch of GoPros and just stick them all over the car, because I keep having, either I lose the memory cards or accidentally clear them, or they just don't record for some reason, or I lose them. So I'm just gonna buy a stack of them so I can't go wrong, because I'm getting pretty fed up of getting to this point and then everything fucks out. So probably not gonna be able to see much from under here, but definitely a bent lower control arm. And then I'm not sure if I've bent the subframe as well, but hopefully it's still a good thing. So I guess next on the list would be obviously to fix that, do the thrust bearing, keep driving it, keep lapping it, because it is a good lap car. Still got some teething issues, but all in all, it's a good thing. Not sure what the future lies for this car. I don't know if I'm going to clean it all up again, because once it was a really good looking car. I'll put a picture up of it. And then this has not even been, 4 events, and it already looks like this. So I get a little bit carried away in this car, I think, because it is a Falcon, and I go a little bit extra harder compared to driving like an S chassis or something else that's actually kind of worth money. So it is fun to just beat on something cheap. I did have a couple of videos of that Falcon, so I will put them up here now.
You've got a bit of rear bar hanging off. Do you want me to give it a yank?
No, can I leave it on?
Alright.
So that's a quick update on the S13 and the Falcon, but I've got something else to show you guys. I've just gone out and purchased myself a 180SX rolling shell. And I'll give you a good reason as to why. You might think, oh, you've already got so much other shit you need to get finished. I've got a theory here, all right? We'll have a quick walk around it first. I'm a bit devastated someone's cut up that front bumper, but that's all right. Then I got the rear quarter for that. I don't know, it's a rolling shell, you know what it is. Oh, what's that? Okay, I got to tell you a story. The reason for buying this car, hopefully you can see me, I think the sun's behind me. My yellow S13 had a full SR20 engine package in it. Everything, like the whole, obviously it was a running driving car, so I've got the full conversion for it. I put that conversion up for sale. No one wanted it. And I put it up for like $3,000, and it was basically everything, including the motor itself, but it was disassembled and the block needed some work. But I put the whole conversion up for $3,000. No one wanted to touch it. And I was like, well, even if someone lowballs me, I'm losing out on a lot of money. So instead of just taking a loss on that whole thing, I went out and got this 180SX. And we did a big shed cleanup, and I started finding more and more S chassis stuff as I was going through. So just for instance, this is one box that I found. As you can see, it's just like kind of a box of random bits, but I found a subframe reinforcement kit. I found subframe bushes, brake lines. There's a slave cylinder in here somewhere. This blow-off valve I've had for years, and I think I really want to use it. Just heaps of little bits and pieces, tie rod ends. Like I said, there was a slave cylinder. There's a starter motor, but like I said, I had a whole motor. Gearbox mounts, just all sorts of wild stuff. Sway bar links, engine mounts. I'm pretty sure there's tie rod ends, all that sort of stuff. So basically that's the intercooler piping and the intercooler from the other motor setup. That's the T28 on a manifold. So you got a Nistune flex fuel injectors. I even spent money on like the clutch fan hub. I got a genuine Nissan OEM one, and that wasn't cheap. That was, can't remember exactly the figure, but it was like $300 just for the hub. And then I had to buy the GK Tech fan, the OEM shroud. So I spent a lot of money that I knew I wasn't going to get back. So this is how I think I should invest that. Which sounds like a good idea, but then again, it is just another project. But I feel like because I've got everything, all I need now, because I've even got a tail shaft, everything, all I need is a box to assemble that motor. So I'm just going to do an OEM refresh, and that's it. Then it'll be good to go. Set of knuckles. It's already got the R32 brakes on it. It's got an R200 diff. It's got camber arms, toe arms, 5-bolt shafts, stock tank. So I think I've got the recipe to build another car out of all the bits and pieces I have. It is tiring trying to talk and walk at the same time. I don't know if you noticed I'm out of breath, like a lot. So that's a bit of an update of where we're at. I got the 3 projects. I got the shed I'm trying to get finished, and then it's all go after that, I think. Like I said, those WRXs didn't interest me much. Probably going to get rid of the one I've still got. I want to just drift, and I want to start doing wild stuff as well. Like, I want to do consistent events, consistent filming, all that sort of stuff. I've always said it, and I'm just going to do it. So that's where we're at. I've got the 3 projects. I got the Falcon, which basically just needs, what's it called? It wasn't its fault. It was driver error. So it just needs that fixed. And that's it. Like, I like that car as is. So that'll go again pretty easily. The S13, it's got a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to need done. I'm going to do a whole series on that, I guess. And then this as well. So this will just be like a budget, whatever I've got left over car. So I'm pretty excited for this one, which is annoying. Every time I get a new car, I'm more excited for that than my old stuff. So, but that's the way it goes, I guess. Cool. Bit of an update. Hope you enjoyed. Till next time.